Hi everyone, so I wanted to come on here and talk about the procedure and kind of start out with what actually VA has my military record and in my medical military record it states that my fallopian tube on the right was cut due to the ectopic pregnancy I had 20 years ago. It also states that my right ovary was removed because it was bleeding into it. So remember that, remember right fallopian tube and right ovary, okay? Because I'm about to tell you something that is completely different from what the VA said, which is wild. So during surgery yesterday, they discovered totally different things. So they said that the fallopian tube on the left, not on the right, was cut surgically, which indicates to him that my ectopic pregnancy was not on the right tube, it was on the left tube, right? So it was detached from the ovary. So if they would have removed it, it would have been the left, but they left the tube there. Right, so what happened was during surgery they had to he said that he had to remove the rest of it. He couldn't attach it to the ovary on the left side, and on the right side he said that it was a fibroid dangling away from the uterus. It was dangling there, and he said he doesn't know. There's two different reasons for that. One, it may have been cut during C-section, right, and then just the fibroid was already there, so that's where it was left, or the fibroid like detached the tube from the uterus part, right? So he said due to the fact that uterus, that it was removed from the uterus, that I would have, I can actually develop ovarian cancer, and so he had to cut that as well because it was dangling. Like it was attached to the right ovary, but it was dangling, so it wasn't attached to the uterus, and there was no way that I could get pregnant either way. Well, that being said, okay, the discrepancies that the doctors in the military put down on my record was completely inaccurate, right? And they also, like I said before, they did repair the C-section scar inside. But those two, like I told you, the ovaries, I was under the impression a few months ago, VA said, well, it's in your record that they also removed the ovary because it bled into it. Not true. So it is not that great of news because, but there are also good news though too. So one, it is not good news the fact that I have no tube, right? At the moment, he cut everything, right? Completely. And then, but the good thing is that I have two ovaries instead of what I thought I had one. So when they took the follicle count on the left side, they saw, a few months back when they did testing, my fertility doctor did, they saw on the, he wasn't anticipating the right to have an ovary, right? So they looked for the left one and said that it had 3 follicles, which means 3 eggs, right? So I'll produce that. And now that I have the other ovary and they have not removed it, so basically, they didn't remove either. They said the right, in the military, it was the right. It was actually, in fact, the left side. They didn't remove the left ovary. And now the right ovary, they didn't test, but he said, well, you must have at least 2 or 3 more follicles, which are eggs, in the other ovary. So that's good news. That can increase my chances with IVF. IUI is off the table because now I have no tubes. So I will not get pregnant naturally. It's going to have to be IVF. Absolutely. I mean, it's good news that I have 2 ovaries and because I have more more follicles, right, from the initial, but, naturally I would never be able to anymore. So, yeah, I'll keep you guys updated and see how it goes. I do have 3 months to have to wait. They're not going to do the IVF, like right now because I just had surgery yesterday. But, yeah, it is what it is. Take care.